A federal ICE agent involved in a shooting in Central California closes major highways.
The average California gas prices have climbed to over $5, but global pressures could have more consequences on those costs. CSUF News starts now.
Hello, and welcome to CSUF News, a student production at California State University, Fullerton. I'm AM Martinez.
And I'm Madeline Keith.
Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that shut down major freeway ramps in Stanislaus County last Tuesday. Federal ICE agents exchanged gunfire near Modesto, sparking a massive law enforcement response. Investigators are searching for answers after a shootout at the Interstate 5 ramps in Modesto. An unidentified victim was rushed to the hospital with the extent of their injuries unknown. The Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office says no local officers were involved and no law enforcement members were injured.
AAA says gas prices are steady here in Southern California at an average $5.85 per gallon, but global tensions could impact prices in the near future. Oil prices are fluctuating as the United States moves forward with a blockade in Iranian ports. Officials say ships are still able to travel through the Strait of Hormuz between non-Iranian ports. Experts warn the move could put additional pressures on global energy markets. Long-term solutions between the U.S. and Iran remain uncertain.
At CSUF, finding classes to enroll in can be challenging. Earlier, I had the chance to talk to students who are struggling with finding the right classes. California State University, Fullerton, one of the reigning universities out of the Cal States, is facing what students like to call a drought of classes, with many students wishing the school had offered more options.
I'd say it'd definitely be cool to have more options for people, just for different time slots, just so you don't have people having the issue where one time slot fills up and they have to kind of bend over backwards to fit the class in their schedule that they need to graduate.
The surge of students being admitted is closely linked to the difficulty in class hunting. In fact, in 2015, the acceptance rate at CSUF was at 42%, whereas in 2026, it is at a record high 90%, almost a 50% increase. Due to the dramatic increase, the demand for classes has skyrocketed, leading you to think the university will accommodate this increase. But many students are still experiencing the troubles that come with an overpopulated school.
There's not enough classes, the times are always terrible for me, and I'm not able to balance my work and my classes because of it.
The enrollment process starts with students being assigned enrollment dates, which are usually based on how many units you have already completed. Sometimes students get unlucky and aren't allowed to select classes until sometimes a week after, which leaves some students searching for scraps and not getting the classes they need. It was found that during peak hours of the day, there were an abundance of classes that were left empty, raising concern that maybe the school doesn't want to fund for more professors and fill up these classes. With Cal State Fullerton admission on the rise, being able to find classes is just going to get more and more difficult. Here at Cal State Fullerton, AM Martinez, CSUF News.
Many students at Cal State Fullerton refrain from purchasing their books for their classes due to the price tags. However, CSUF is once again coming up with a new program to increase affordability. Pedro Sevilla has the details.
For decades, the college experience has been synonymous with heavy backpacks and even heavier price tags. At Cal State Fullerton, students are increasingly asking, is that $200 textbook a requirement for success or a barrier to it?
They're just expensive nowadays. I'm not going to be paying $100 to $200 for a textbook that I'm not even going to use.
Orozco is currently maintaining a high GPA without buying every book, a trend university officials are well aware of.
The challenge with that is you're less prepared for class in essence because you don't have access or immediate access to material.
CSUF has a long history of trying to lower these hurdles. They were among the first to offer rentals in 2005 and later transitioned to digital options, a format that skyrocketed in popularity after the pandemic.
I think that COVID was really that trigger for students to become more comfortable with digital content.
Now, a major shift is coming. In spring 2027, CSUF plans to launch an equitable access program. Similar to models at other California campuses, it will provide digital access to all required materials or a flat fee at the start of the term.
As CSUF moves towards a flat-free digital future in 2027, the textbook gamble might soon be a thing of the past. But for now, students will continue to weigh the cost of the book against the value of the grade.
Understand how your faculty member is using the material in the class. And based on that, you can tell from your syllabus, are they testing out of it? Are they assigning from it? That will give you a gauge as to where, help you make your decision if you're going to obtain that course material or not.
I am Pedro Saravia for CSUF News.
Coming up next, we have the latest on Blake Lively's recent Hollywood pursuit.
Additionally, Sony Pictures is making significant employee cuts across the company. More on that in just a moment.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Welcome back to CSUF News. Coming up, we have an art showcase and a local farmers market.
For now, it's time for the entertainment update. Let's pass it over to our entertainment reporter, Annette Valdez.
This high-profile Hollywood legal battle is far from over. The case between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has taken a major turn. A federal judge has dismissed most of Lively's claims, including sexual harassment and defamation, leaving only 3 key issues moving forward: retaliation, breach of contract, and aiding retaliation. The case stems from their work on It Ends With Us and now heads toward trial on May 18, 2026 in New York. Lively is seeking massive damages while Baldoni's countersuit has already been thrown out. High-profile names like Lively's husband Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift are expected to be involved as witnesses. This trial could damage the reputation of these stars even more. In other news, Sony Pictures Entertainment is making major cuts across its TV and film divisions, and it's part of a bigger industry shift. The studio is laying off hundreds of employees across its motion picture group, television operations, and corporate teams. Executives say this isn't just cost-cutting, it's a targeted reconstruction to focus on strategic priorities and streamline the company. Most of the roles affected are in junior and mid-level positions. Earlier this year, the company had already begun offering buyouts and cutting jobs in its TV networks. This could be the beginning of more changes in Hollywood. That wraps up the entertainment update for today. Back to you, Aiden and Madeline.
Thank you, Annette. Calling all art lovers, the Fine Arts Department is offering a different perspective.
Our very own reporter, Gloria Martinez-Cruz, sat down with the artist Sue Kim on her exhibition at Bekovich Gallery.
Cal State Fullerton's Bekovich Gallery features Charlie Sings in the Quietest Voice by photographer Sue Kim. Known for her hands-on process of cutting and merging her own photographs, Sue Kim shares insight on her photography process and her connections to her artwork.
All of my work starts through research. Like, I have certain things that I have thought about throughout my practice that really still interests and excites me. Like, I think about foreignness a lot, and I think, it's easy to connect to my personal history of being an immigrant, of being a woman, or all of these different things.
Sue Kim art has been shown in many different galleries, including the Seoul Museum. She describes how this exhibition is different.
With this show, I got to do a lot of things that I had been thinking about for a long time that I couldn't show at a gallery. For example, towards the back of the exhibition is a piece that is made up of 2 slide projectors with 80 carousels in each projector, and an audio piece.
Fullerton students and its general public are stopping by to experience her art firsthand.
I think it's very expressive, lots of small detail.
Charlie Sings and the Quietest Voice will be on display until May 16, 2026. This is Gloria Martinez Cruz with CSUF News.
A new weekly farmers market in Riverside is offering a chance to savor local flavors and see familiar faces all in one event. Sarah Williams has the details.
At Farmhouse Collective in Riverside, California, the new weekly farmers market is encouraging families, friends, and vendors to come together for something more than just shopping local. Every Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., businesses like Nana's Candied Pecans are selling goods from home kitchens that benefit their outreach. A perfected family treat is exactly what this snack is, as it has allowed the family business to move into more community spaces.
So once we realized this was a family recipe and that we could be our own supplier of the product, we kind of just took it from there and ran with it. So this product allowed us to get out of the swap meet space and venture out into like farmers markets and street fairs, like stuff like that.
The truth is, small family farmers and business owners have a hard time competing in today's globalized economy. Local events like these allow for vendor participation that directly builds relationships with the community while making shopping a pleasure rather than a chore.
So I have a lot of returning customers that we build relationships with over the long term, and some of them have actually become friends outside of this.
Organizers say one of the main goals of this market is to create a space where community members and local vendors can connect, something that many shoppers say that they won't get at a normal grocery store.
I mean, I'm looking at a lot of fruit and vegetables. I feel like that's good for, shoppers to get, because it's healthier and cheaper. It's better quality fruit and vegetables than you would find in a grocery store.
Many visitors make a day out of the event, meeting business owners, exploring the space, and eating well. The Farmhouse Collective Farmers Market is more than just shopping. It creates a hub for the public to replenish social and grocery needs. Sarah Williams in Riverside, CSUF News.
That concludes our newscast for today. Thank you for tuning in to CSUF News. I'm Madeline Keith.
And I'm Aiden Martinez. Enjoy the rest of your semester, Titans.